Hi, welcome back to another video. In this video, which is the second in a series of videos where I'll be walking you through the technical drawing, building drawing, SBA Major Project, where we're doing a simple two-bedroom design with a bathroom, kitchen, dining, and living room, and a veranda as well. Alright, now today we're going to be starting to put our drawing skill to the test. Now in the previous video we did a simple sketch of our design, and today we're going to be fleshing out that portion there. Now we'll be using AutoCAD. I'm using version 2020, alright, but it's the same principle whether you're using from 2010 onwards to the latest version 2026. Okay, so let's get into things. Now my drawing space has already been set up. If you're wondering how you can set up your drawing space, I have a video linked in the description down below, as well as you may also download my drawing template that is linked down below as well. So let's get into things. Alright, so as you can see, I'm on my A-wall concrete layer. So I'm going to start to flesh things out in terms of like dimensioning. Now I'm going to be using the multi-line tool. So what I'll do, I'll type ML. So what the M multi-line tool allows me to do, to draw two diagonal line, two parallel lines all at the same time. Alright, so I'm going to type ML for multi-line and press enter. From there you'll be greeted by this window here in your command bar. You'll see justification, scale, and style. Alright, if you have seen enough my other video, you'll know how to use this, but nonetheless I'm going to be walking you through the process. Alright, so let's get into things. So where it says scale is referring to the distance between the two parallel lines. Alright, now in this case I want my wall thickness to be 150, so I'll change the scale from 20 to 150. Alright, then I press enter. So it means that anytime I'm drawing a line or drawing the parallel lines, they're going to be 150 millimeters away from each other. Alright, now the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to be adjusting my justification. Now depending on what you want yours to be or what you're trying to achieve, you'll do yours different. I'm going to be setting my justification to bottom. Alright, now once I have that in place, I can now start my drawing process. I'm going to go ahead and turn on OSnap here and ensure that ortho is turned on. Alright, so I'm going to start by first drawing my bedroom, if that makes sense. That's bedroom number 2 in my case. Alright, now bedroom number 2 in my case, I'm going to make the dimensions for it 12 feet by 12 feet, so that's really a large room. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start drawing. So I'm going to click here and then move my cursor to the right. As you can see, I'm actually drawing two lines all at once. Now if I'm going to make my bedroom 12 feet, it means that I need to do some conversion, convert 12 feet to millimeters. Alright, and in this case we're using the conversion of 300 millimeter for 1 feet. So if I multiply 300 millimeter by 12 feet, I'm going to be getting about 3,600. Once I enter 3,600, I'll press enter. So it now means that that line is now 12 feet, or that measurement that I just entered, 3,600. So I'm going to go ahead and go around and just enter 3,600 again. Then I move my cursor to the other direction that I want the line to go, enter 3,600. Again, up 3,600, enter. Alright, as you can see, they're all lined up just like that. The next thing I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to be continuing. So I'm going to go again and I'm going to draw the other portion. So now I'm going to do my the bathroom area. So I'm going to use my dynamic tracking to guide me to this point across here. Let me ensure that perpendicular is turned on my thing. Yes, it is. So I'm going to click, well, not click here, but I'm going to use it as a guide. As you can see, my cursor is lining up. Once I get to this point, I'll click and then move my cursor to the left. Alright, so my bathroom is going to step out a bit. I'm going to step it out by 3, well, let's go 2 feet, so that's going to be about 600 millimeters. Then I'll go down. How far down is it going? I'm going to make my bathroom have a width of say 7 feet. So 7 times 300, let me see if my maths is right, should give me about 2100. So I'll enter 2100 right there, enter. Now I'll come back to this side. For here I can easily use dynamic tracking to guide me to get the cursor where it should be. Then I move that line there. Alright, now I need to decide how I'm going to be doing this portion here. Alright, now for the other bedroom that is going to be down here, I'm going to use the same dimensions. So I'm going to go again, ML, enter. I don't need to set up scale and justification because all of that is set up already. So I just need dynamic tracking to guide me. As you can see, starting right there. So I click, move my cursor down. Alright, so for multi-line you have to practice this one here. In terms of like using dynamic tracking, to ensure that dynamic tracking is working for you, ensure that this one here is turned on. Alright, that says snapping reference line. Alright, so I'm going to move down. How much was it? 3600, enter. Alright, then I'll go across 3600, enter. Alright, and then now let me just extend things over a bit. So I'm going to use my dynamic tracking again here, because that 3600 that I enter was a bit off. Alright, so now that I have that in place, the next thing I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to be sorting out this side here that has the living room, dining, and the kitchen area. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to multi-line again, enter. Alright, then I'll probably select from here. But if you want, you could click here, and then after you clean up your drawing, the option is totally yours. Alright, but you'll have to be mindful of the dimensions and all that stuff. Alright, so in this case again I'm going to enter 3600. Alright, then I'll move my cursor down all the way to this point here, and then click, then move my cursor over to this point, and then probably move my cursor up like this. Alright, and that should close things off. Alright, now once you have this in place, the only thing that is missing is a multi-line alongside here or somewhere along in this space here for our passage. Now you decide how far away you want your passage to be from here. Alright, I'm going to make mine 4 feet away, so from here to here should be 4 feet. So if I add a dimension from here to here, you'll realize that it's actually 5. Alright, I want mine to be less than 5, I want it to be 4. Alright, but before we get there, what I want us to do, I want us to select everything and type X on our keyboard and press enter. That's a shortcut for exploding. So what it does is separates all these lines into individual lines. Okay, let me just add a little reference line from here. 4 times 300 is 1200. So I'll draw a line this way, 1200. So I'll have a little thing to snap to. That's just a reference marker. If you're wondering, the line is here. If you're wondering what it looks like, there, that's where it is. And I'll simply move these 2 lines over to touch it right here. From there now I can clean up my drawing by simply trimming, filleting, whatever is necessary to get my layout done and dusted. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fillet these corners. Alright, for the rest of it I'm going to be trimming. So all I'm going to do is type TR on my keyboard, press enter. If you're using a version less than 2021, then you can press enter twice. Alright, so I'll press it another time. If you're using anything older, all you need to do is activate a trim command. Alright, now from there I can now easily just go through and remove all those spots that have lines crossing and intersecting each other, if that makes sense. Okay, as you can see, everything is pretty much lining up where they should be. So even here, here, and there. As you can see, just like that, everything is done and dusted. I can now remove my reference line there. Alright, from there now I can now easily select everything right here and type the word join. That will make all the lines one solid thing again. Okay, so just like that, you have a simple floor plan layout, and that is what this video is going to be called: how to draw a simple floor plan layout of walls. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because we're going to be going through this entire project together. Alright, see you in the next one.